Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for taking a moment of your time today to invest in your learning journey with Young Living Essential Oils, exploring topics related to your health and wellness. My name is Erica Thomas, and I am part of the Pretty Simple Essentials team. It's a community based mostly online, but in real life, that is just here to support one another, to help educate one another, to share our experiences, and to help you feel like you are supported in your learning journey and in your health journey. So today we have brand new products that were just released at convention this past week. If you are new to Young Living or just simply unaware, every year in the summertime, Young Living has a grand convention where members from all over the world are welcome to join in, attend in person. There's all kinds of educational workshops that happen. They release new products. The highlight for me is always being able to visit the Young Living farm right there in Mona, Utah. Young Living has farms all over the world, and being able to get your hands in the dirt and walk on the soil where our oils and the botanicals that are grown and distilled for our use is simply incredible. So if you've never been to a convention before, I highly recommend that you put it on your bucket list. Start your savings account, get yourself to one of these events because they are fantastic. Now, beginning today is the first of our summer series for 2023. We've done these in the past, and they've always been a great opportunity for us to just kind of explore new topics, go a little bit deeper into how things work, how they can benefit us, ask our questions. And the way I'm going to set this up is that we're just going to jump right into the content. I am so excited to see and reconnect with your faces and hear your stories, but we're going to save that to the tail end of all of our calls. That way, those of us that are a little short on time, we've got things going on, it's a busy summer, maybe the kids are home and need our attention, can get the information and get on with our day as needed. So if you do have questions, I am going to be sticking around at the end of the call to answer those. But for right now, I want to jump right into what I felt was the most exciting news that was unveiled at convention. It has to do with one of the very first products that I was introduced to when I first became aware of Young Living. And that was over 9 years now that I've been using these oils. And that was the product of Valor oil. Now, it was originally included in the premium starter kit that I purchased, which was my first Young Living purchase. And there were lots of oils that were interesting to me. A couple of the oils were really profound in impacting our health journey, but there was one oil that just captivated my heart because of the way it made me feel, the grounding that it brought into my mind, my emotions, just that feeling, that sense of like confidence and just like unshakenness type of feeling. And if you've got this oil in your oily wellness cabinet, you probably know that I'm referring to Valor oil, our beloved Valor oil. It's just one of those most powerful, profound oils. I tend to never leave home without it. I have so many bottles of it stashed just so that it's easily at my disposal. It comes in a large bottle like this. Well, at one point it did. Then it got really scarce and they stopped being able to make it available in the large bottle. But it comes in a dropper bottle that you can use in your diffuser or put on topically. It also comes in a roll-on, which is really convenient for when you're out. You can just kind of roll it on. Well, not this, the actual roller, which is almost always found in my pocket. And I just put it on behind my neck, on my wrists. It's particularly helpful in moments of stress or where you just feel overwhelmed, or maybe you have to go and tackle something that you don't want to do. Whether that's a tough conversation, whether it's a task that's just hard for you to complete, whatever it is, Valor is always one of those that I call on. Some years ago, though, we kind of ran into some trouble with Valor because one of the ingredients that was so important to the blend was no longer available. Young Living couldn't source it sustainably, so they had to kind of halt production. Gary Young, who is the founder and the inventor, the creator, the mastermind of Young Living, did reformulate it in order to get around that one missing key ingredient. And I have to say, it's worked I don't know if it's equally as well. It's kind of hard to compare, but it's worked so well for me, even with the reformulation. But at convention last week, they announced some great news. And I'm going to not try to rehash that all for you. I'm actually just going to share with you the announcement as it was shared directly as at convention. And I'm going to share my screen with you and let you hear directly from Mary Young herself. So like I said, Gary Young was the founder of Young Living. He was an incredible, brilliant, innovative, maverick type of man, who was always willing to take a chance and go to the farthest stretches of the universe to find the best quality products and to make them available for Young Living members. He has since passed on. I believe it's been 4 years now. He died of the strangest circumstances. He was bit by a spider in the Amazon jungle while he was trying to find some new plant. And it just took a toll on his body, and he was not able to recover from this deadly spider bite. Which resulted in residual health effects. So long story short, now carrying on his legacy with Young Living is his wife, Mary, who you will see in this video. She is the older woman in the long flowy red dress. She's very dramatic. She has, take a look at her skin. When you get a moment to look at the close-up, her skin is absolutely radiant. Don't remember her exact age. She's not a spring chicken, but if you look at her skin or watch her energy or listen to the power behind her voice, you will be amazed. I hope you will be. I am always inspired when I hear her speak, and I just see her and I'm just like, wow, whatever that glow is that she's got, whatever that, is causing that radiance from the inside out, sign me up. I don't know if she uses Inner Beauty Collagen or if it's just a boatload of frankincense or what. But you'll see Mary in the video, and then you'll see her two sons. You'll see Joseph is the younger one. He's also very dramatic like his mom. And then you'll see Jacob. And Jacob actually works at Young Living. He does the podcast and some other different roles there. And you'll see his wife, Kate. Now, Jacob and Kate might be familiar names to you because they are actually the inventors of the Simplified line. That's a new line of products that Young Living released last year that are just amazing blends that are blended not so much for the health benefits, but for the amazing aroma. They call it just for the smell of it. So all of the Simplified products are their brainchild. So you'll be hearing from those 4 people, and I hope you really enjoy it. It's about 10 minutes long, and then we'll reconnect here live and we'll talk a little bit more about that.
Are you ready?
We've been teasing this for months now, but I think it's time.
I think you're right, Kate. I know I almost spilled the beans at the New Year's kickoff when we showed this photo, but I controlled myself. But I don't think anybody guessed. Nobody would have thought this was possible. This surprise has always been one of our most popular blends, but went out of stock about a decade ago because of various supply issues. Besides that, it had to be reformulated several times. But Gary was unrelenting in his desire to keep this blend in stock.
Wow, I didn't know there was so much intrigue behind this blend.
Oh, intrigue, yes, there was.
Mom, don't you think you've stalled long enough?
I love it. I love keeping everyone guessing. Yes, it's time to reveal our mystery. And it has such a fascinating history. Let's watch this video that I recorded of Gary in the basement of my condo before we were married back in 1993. 30 years ago, keep that in mind.
Which I've talked a little bit about, but want to come back to, because it is a beautiful, beautiful blend and extremely beneficial. Valor has a low frequency, which we found to be very effective on balancing and aligning the physical body. Now, what we have definitely recognized is that if we apply Valor before the application of other oils, all the other oils, regardless whether they're singles or blends, will work much greater. So that has been my counsel to everyone, is always apply valor first in your application. The feet are the best place to apply valor, but not the only place. I have found recently that when I'm brain dead, fatigued, that if I take valor in my right hand, and this is my own experiment, I can't tell you exactly why at this time. We do a lot of things with oils based on intuition. And the more you work with the oils, the more intuition you will develop. I put the valor on my right fingers, and I simply just bring it from my left temple across my forehead to the right temple, and I can feel an immediate balancing, and I feel more clear and more strength in my mental faculties. So experiment with it and see what works for you. You know, maybe it's because I'm left-handed. If you're right-handed, you might have to use your left hand and go this way. I don't know. Anyway, try it. It's great.
It's a great piece of history that we have, and we're lucky that I was able to do that, that he did that for us. It's fascinating how the history of ancient warriors inspired Gary to make this blend.
And by warriors, you obviously mean jousters, because Dad always wore valor when he jousted.
Yeah.
Dad said the oils in this blend were to give you the strength and courage and move you forward with confidence.
Okay, now, I don't know about you, but I'm really wondering, what are you guys talking about? I've only known one valor,
Yeah,
and I think it's great.
you weren't around for this, were you? This is all new to you, and probably new to a lot of you out there. And I bet there are many of you wondering what is going on with them up there on stage.
And I can only imagine how many questions are going through your minds. So let's just show you what we're talking about.
The Amazon jungle sounds and it feels like a very busy city. There's insects, there's bugs, everything wants to take a piece of you, but it's always been such a good place to harvest rosewood.
Rosewood is a tree that grows predominantly in Peru and Brazil. I remember when Gary told me how they walked through all this jungle area, just looking at the trees. He wanted to create a blend that would give strength and courage, because historically warriors used oils for strength and protection. And he always said the trees make you feel tall and strong. Rosewood gave him the idea of valor.
Now, the thing that we always do first with the oil is we always start with valor.
Valor was one of Gary's favorite formulas, and one of the key ingredients in that is actually rosewood.
It has kind of an ethereal grounding smell. And say that you get the strength with the mental calmness. You feel like you can do it.
Valor was one of Young Living's best-selling blends, one of everyone's favorites. But it got to a point where we could no longer source the rosewood because it's a wildcrafted plant.
And Gary said, well, how can we have valor without rosewood? And I said, I don't know.
Gary created a second blend to replace the rosewood, but it was never the same. It was always in Gary's heart that we needed to bring it back. In 2010, Gary and I started exploring South America, looking for sustainable areas, searching for our supplier. It was a long process.
I'm a physicist and a chemist, and I'm passionate about essential oils. My dream is that we can get rosewood out of this endangered species list. We bought this plot of land and started to grow rosewood.
The first time that I met Eduardo, we talked about both of our love for rosewood, and everything that he told me lined up with the exact same project that Gary and I had outlined that many years ago.
We started this for passion, and the idea was not to cut the tree down. We are focused on trimming the tree and getting the leaves and branches to distillation, so we keep the tree alive for generations.
An amazing thing about Eduardo's operation is you're only allowed to cultivate 20% of the property you own in Brazil.
The government has a lot of regulations about rosewood. So it's a lot of work. Every single tree in the farm is numbered and GPS marked. So this is the identity of the tree. So we show the government that we have all the records of such a tree. We are doing everything according to how it has to be done.
So the next stage will be to distribute the seeds and the young starts into the jungle, into families.
Ajuda muito o incentivo de agricultura familiar, trazendo lucro e trazemos pouco mais de qualidade de vida para os funcionários.
The reason why this is such a good partner for Young Living is it checks all of our boxes on our seed to seal standards.
We do a full range of quality control. Young Living wants to offer their customers the best quality found in the world, and that's what I want as well.
The day that I actually made it to the farm and saw what Eduardo had accomplished, I got very emotional because it's something that I wanted to accomplish. It's something that was one of Gary's dreams.
When they got a couple of kilos of oil, they were doing their testing naturally, and then they were blending, and he brought up a couple of bottles, and we just went. It was exciting. It was, oh, we have it back.
I'm so happy to be able to bring rosewood back as a key ingredient in Valor in a sustainable way.
If Gary was here today, he would be so excited that we're finally bringing back the original Valor. Having this back for everyone in the world, it really brings you that Valor into your life, Valor to move forward. We really appreciate everyone in the world that purchased this oil. You're actually giving back to the reforestation of rosewood in the Amazon basin, the local communities, and think about the impact that one oil, one bottle can do to the world.
Have you figured it out? I was so thrilled when I found out that Mike and Montana, Jesse, and their team were going to Brazil to make this video for us. It's the Young Living story, a new story, and it belongs only to us. Gary's original blend, formulated with rosewood, is back. It's the perfect companion to our convention blend, Ignite Your Journey, to give you high energy fuel for takeoff.
It is such an unusual blend and an amazing blend at that. Dad created it with a specific purpose to support all of us in so many different ways. There is so much more to this blend than most people realize. And it's interesting that Valor only combines 4 single oils and yet is so powerful.
Jacob, why do you think Dad combined black spruce and rosewood?
Well, those trees are very strong and formidable, and logic would tell us that both oils contain the same energy as the trees.
Oh, I like the way you think. You got it figured out. Kate,
Yes.
why do you think Gary added blue tansy and frankincense?
Well, because those 2 oils target the emotions and open your mind to more awareness, allowing a greater connection to self and a greater connection to those you love.
Ah, yes, the emotion of love. Doesn't that just warm your heart?
I'm still waiting to experience that emotion.
All right, so that is the big news with Valor. I am so excited about this one. I will let you know that all of the new products that were released at convention are now available for purchase by all members. Give me just a second. I have to navigate back to my screen because I am not seeing me. I am seeing something else. Can I pin this video? Hopefully you guys can still see me. There we go. Yeah, so all of the products that were released at convention have been made available for purchase, with the exception of 3, and I'll let you know what those are as we go through them. So I am curious to know, if you want to drop it in the chat, if you've been around Young Living longer than 6 years, if you ever have had and experienced that original blend, or if the current version of Valor is what you are most used to it. And if you have any experiences with it that you would love to share, I would love to hear those at the end. I will tell you that I want to show you something very special to me. See this little box right here? In this box are my 3 most valuable Young Living possessions. So these are the 3 oils that I don't leave out in my general rotation. I don't want a kid to accidentally pick it up and use it, drop any of them in the diffuser, drop the bottle, God forbid. And I wonder if you could take a guess on what 3 oils might be in this box. If you're able to go to the chat, feel free to go over to the chat and drop that in there. I will unveil my 3 top treasures. Can you read that, or is my video broken? The one right there in the front is rose oil. Rose, I believe, is maybe not the most, but one of the most valuable oils as far as the cost per drop. Rose oil. I have an open bottle of that. I purchased it many, many years ago, and it is still serving me well. From time to time, I will break it out and use it in my skin serums. There have been a couple of occasions where I have put it in the diffuser. I do count the cost because it is a very valuable oil, but I love rose, and it lasts for years and years and years as far as how long it's available for me to use. There's about 150 drops in there, I think, so it lasts a good long time. Next off is Melissa oil, which is also a super valuable oil. This was actually a gift. Young Living gifted this to me at Gold Retreat when I hit the rank of gold leadership within the company. This was a fun gift that we got at the Melissa farm. We actually got to walk through the field, see how the Melissa was made and how it was distilled, and then we were gifted with a bottle. So this is super valuable to me. And then the third one, if you'll notice, is actually one of the very last bottles of Valor oil with the original formula. When we knew that they were going to have to phase it out because of the rosewood shortage, I snatched up this bottle. It's not even open. This is my sealed bottle. I didn't know if we would ever get it back, and I wanted to have this treasure in my collection. You will be able to see on here the ingredients contain that rosewood oil. And I am just so thrilled that now not only do I have my original, I'm going to be able to access that new original blend. So if you log into your VO and you're looking for that product, there will still be both versions of Valor available, at least for now. They will eventually transition all to the new formula, but for right now, you're going to look for the bottle that says Original Valor. And the label is a little bit different. The current one will still stay looking like this, and the new Valor will kind of have the emblem of a shield on it, and it says Valor on it, and it's very clearly marked Original Valor. I was very impressed to see that they maintained the same exact price point. So even with all of the extra labor and energy and effort and cost that goes into obtaining the rosewood oil, there's not been a price increase. So we'll still be able to get it at that same price point. So I'm so pumped about that. I don't know if you noticed in the video, but one of the workers from the farm there said, we're doing everything the way it has to be done, or the way it needs to be done. And over my almost decade journey with Young Living, that has been one thing that has continually impressed me about Young Living, is that they do things the right way. And not only do they adhere to the standards, in so many ways in this industry, they set the standards. They are on the cutting edge of saying, you know, this botanical is threatened. We cannot overuse this resource. We can't continue to create a product if it's going to tax the availability of this in the future. And they're constantly setting the standards to which other companies and other, bootleg retailers, the kind of junk oils that you'll find everywhere from TJ Maxx to Marshalls to Walmart to the dollar store. They are trying desperately to try to create some type of bootleg that kind of follows that pattern, but never really does, because of all of the hard work and the innovation and the effort that Young Living puts into these products. So I was super grateful and just so relieved and thankful that we have this new blend at our disposal. So definitely give that one a try, compare it to the Valor that you have, and share it with others. Now, I have a couple other of the new product announcements that I want to just share with you what they are. We will not be doing a deep dive on any of these today, but that's what the rest of our summer series is going to be about. And I'm going to present to you what the products are, and then I want to know from you, what are you most interested in learning about? So next Monday, when we have our next summer series call, I will tackle one of those products and one of those areas of interest based on what you guys tell me is most of your priority. So let's go through the lineup of the new products. First of all, we have basically a facelift on the ICP product that we've had in the past. It's now called Daily Prebiotic Fiber. And there's an entire deep dive video just about this fiber supplement, your gut health, what your gut health means to the rest of your health, whether it's mental health, physical, your skin health, your digestion, all of it is affected by your gut. And this is one of those key products that really helps to go to the root of your gut health and then by default affect all the other areas of your health. So that's number one. It's now called Daily Prebiotic Fiber. We did already just cover the new Valor that Young Living has partnered with a sustainable rosewood farm in Brazil to bring back the original formulation of Valor essential oil, complete with the original rosewood. Next up, we have Green Omega-3. This is a brand new plant-based omega-3 supplement. Now, if you are at all concerned about your mental well-being, keeping your brain sharp, your memory on point, omega-3s are key for that. They're also great for your heart health. And up until now, the primary source of omega-3s has been a fish-based supplement. And now with this new technology and innovation from Young Living, they actually have a vegan, non-fish based, it's called the Green Omega-3, and it's sourced from sustainable algae. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. Again, that's a workshop that we can do a deep dive, and you can have all of your questions answered there and really learn how it works. So that's one new product. Another one, and I'm personally thrilled about this, is called Immu Gummies, and it is a new elderberry product. How many of you have used elderberry syrup in the past to help with your immune system? Come in the fall and winter time. It's great. I've made it myself from scratch. It's a great way to just help boost your immune system when you need it during those seasons or anytime really. And this is a gummy form of that. And it contains the elderberry, elderflower, wolfberry. It doesn't have any added sugar, like no sugary coating, like a lot of supplements do these days that are gummy. It's great for the immune system and the upper respiratory tract. So I think we definitely need to do a deep dive on that one. I hear that it tastes amazing. It's flavored with lime essential oil and elderflower, which is kind of got a fruity floral flavor to it. So I've already ordered all of these, and I should have them in hand soon to try for myself and try them out on my kids. Next up is another essential oil blend called Ignite Your Journey. This is the 2023 exclusive convention oil blend. It's got kind of a spicy, minty, herbaceous aroma. And there are 3 brand new innovative oils. Now, these are the 3 products that you cannot order right now. They were available only if you attended convention in person or had a virtual ticket. But I'm excited about them. I am getting them in the mail soon. In fact, I did see FedEx pull up a little while ago while I was on this call, and I'm kind of crossing my fingers that all my convention stuff is here. But Young Living has introduced a brand new innovative technology called Deep Spectra. And it's basically harnessing the properties of an essential oil and a different type of plant material. It's a totally different way of just harnessing those oils constituents outside of the distillation that we are familiar with. And there were 3 of those deep spectra oils released. One is frankincense, one is coriander sandalwood, and the third is orange cacao. And these are never seen before type of essential oil blends. So I'm excited to learn more about them, deep dive into kind of what makes this kind of an essential oil different from every other essential oil, not only on the market, but even within Young Living. And they plan to continue to create more of these. Once there's enough to release it to the general public, they will. And they will continue to do research, more formulations, and all of that. So deep spectra oils are on the horizon for all members. And then last but not least, in the new product lineup, how many of you are familiar with the Tropical Tango blend? It's part of the Summer Simplified collection. It is a bright, fruity, floral type of uplifting aroma, perfect for these summer months. And it is always, it's been a hit since it was released last summer, still available now, still available as a single oil outside of the trio. And it has now been expanded to have 2 more products in the Tropical Tango line. The first one is a Tropical Tango hand cream, and the second one is a lip balm. So I am really looking forward to trying both of those. So that's it for our new product lineup and the news that was released at convention. Now we're going to segue into some other news that was super exciting for me. And if you have ever considered sharing your experiences with Young Living with a friend or family member, this is great news for you too, because up until this point, you would need to be an official brand partner in order to earn any kind of commission or referral when you share with other people. Young Living has just now changed that so that whether you're a brand partner actually building a Young Living business, or you're just a casual use customer who doesn't have any intention on building a business, but would love to get a little kickback every now and then, now you can. So customers are now eligible to share their referral link with a friend. And in return for that, they're going to be able to get a product credit on their account that they can then use for future product purchases. It's a great new way for people that are just casual sharers who maybe are limited on time or really haven't looked into the possibilities of building a real income, earning a paycheck with Young Living, just to kind of get your feet wet and to get some of your products paid for. From time to time, I will hear people, who aren't ordering anymore. I'll reconnect with them and they'll say, oh, well, my finances have changed. I don't have any expendable or dispensable cash right now. And I'm just a little short on funds. And unless they were a brand partner, it was hard for me to tell them, well, Young Living can help with that and get you some income. Now it's much more simple for them to get their products paid for. So they're going to get 25% back. So if their friend orders $100 of a kit, like a 100 PV kit, they're going to get 25% back or $25 credit put right on their account that they can use towards for future purchases. So that is a fantastic new enhancement that's available to customers. So be sure that you tell anybody that you've talked to about Young Living about that opportunity so that they can earn that as well. Now, next thing I'm excited about, kind of down that same line, is that how many of you know about the Stanley Cup? Okay, this is like this viral sensation. Everybody's got these Stanley Cups. They're basically an insulated coffee mug. It's a double wall stainless steel with really cool colors on the outside. I don't have one. Like, I really didn't see what the huge deal was. I could see that, okay, that's great, but what makes it different than a Yeti or any other brand? But then I had my friend was visiting me last week and I saw hers and I loved it. Like, I put it in my hand, I was holding it. I was like, okay, now I see what the big deal is. I really want one of these cups. She had it in a really cool mint green. I wanted it in like a neutral cream color. I went on Amazon to see what it, if I can get one. And I was in complete sticker shock over the price of these daggone coffee mugs. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not paying $60 for a mug. Like, that's not going to happen. They're really cute, but no, thank you. Well, Young Living must have heard my heart's desire, because this month, in the month of July, if you're watching this now, between now and the end of the month, when you refer 2 people to Young Living and they get started with Young Living, they open an account, place an order of 100 PV or more, you, as the person that referred them, are actually going to get one of those beautiful cream colored Stanley insulated double wall cups that everybody's talking about, that are sold out on the internet, that cost a fortune. Young Living's going to gift those to us. So you better believe that I'm about to go and help a few more people that I know have been kind of on the fence about getting started with oils. They're going to get their oils this month. And then I'm going to get one of those Stanley cups, because this summer I'm spending so much time outside gardening, playing pickleball with my kids, and all kinds of stuff. So I am definitely going to be getting one of those. I hope that you get yours too. They're a great little bonus that Young Living is offering to us this month. And they're going to continue this program into the future. So there'll be other bonuses for August, September coming down the pike. Now we're going to kind of segue, now that I talked to you a little bit about the referral, talk to you a little bit about one of the bonuses that we're getting this month. I want to kind of segue into a portion that's more geared towards those of us who are building a business, those who are wanting to generate income, working from home. You want the freedom and the flexibility to kind of create your own schedule. You don't want to check in on a clock or go into anybody's office or report to anybody's supervisor or boss or anything like that. You just kind of want to do something on your own. Young Living has been fabulous for my family in that way. For 9 years, I have been earning this income for 9 years, and it has been an incredible blessing. There are some changes that have been made, some incredible, simple, beautiful changes that Young Living has just introduced that make it simpler than ever for us to share with other people. The first of which is a reduced price point on starter kits, a smaller, simpler, lower cost option for people that are just being introduced to Young Living. It's a great way for them to get their foot in the door or their toe in the water, however you want to say it, to just begin to experience what these oils are all about. Very easy to share, and very much affordable. So we learned during convention from one of our fantastic friends, Jen Jordan, more about this kit. This is going to be a longer video that we're not going to have the time to dive into today. I'm going to play a portion of it for you, and then I'm going to share with you the YouTube link so that on your own time, when we're not here together, you are able to go ahead and watch the full length and really learn the ins and outs of how everything works in the kit and all of that. But I want you to get the gist of the fact that this is a brand new option for new people. So if you would like to be telling your friends and family members about the products, but you don't want to overwhelm them with information, or maybe you don't want to feel overwhelmed that I don't know about this, I don't know how to share this, I don't know all the ways that frankincense works or all the way that EndoFlex works and how the supplements work, this is your easy button so that you can share simply. All right, so we're going to be listening from Jen Jordan. Again, bear with me as I switch screens and get it all set up. And once we watch that segment, I will then reconvene with you. If you have questions for me, or you just want to chat, I will stick around for that for sure. But for now, let's get to Jen's workshop.
No.
Have you guys ever found yourself somewhere that you didn't expect to be? Have you ever been in the middle of an experience and you're like, how did this happen? That's a little bit how I feel about today, being on this stage. If you had told me 10 years ago when I joined Young Living that I would be speaking at convention, I would have not believed you. I would have said, no way, I will never do that, ever. Hi, I'm Jen Jordan, and I'm an introvert. Anybody else? I'm a little shy, kind of awkward, say the wrong thing a lot. I'm not a front and center kind of person. I don't enjoy the spotlight. And I wouldn't say that I'm super confident, but what I would say is that I'm super confident in our products. I would say I'm super confident in our company, and I'm super confident in this business model. So I feel like we all came into Young Living looking for some alternative solution, right? You were wanting to eliminate toxins from your life, or you were looking for a solution to a specific problem you were having. And you found that in our products, because our products help our bodies function the way they were created to function. I think what most of us didn't know is that the business would help us become the people that we're supposed to become. And this business really is just like a personal development program with a comp plan. You feel like that? And so while I don't love being on stage, I don't love the spotlight, I will never say no to getting the opportunity to empower a room full of people to do what I do. I think I'm supposed to have a statement here, and I don't know what it is, but this is the income disclosure statement, if you haven't seen it yet. And
I'm gonna skip
opinions are
through
opinions
this
of
real quick,
different
this-
regard opinions presented with.
Time is up.
All right. Who's been here for more than a year? Who's been in Young Living for more than a year? Most of you. So you probably already know that at Young Living, we have a vision statement. And this vision statement is our identity. This is the DNA of our company. It's not a sales goal. It's not a dollar amount. It's not a PV volume amount every month. It's oils in every home. How many of you guys knew that? Oils in every home? Is that your goal? Is that your mission and your vision? And why is that our vision? Because we want to change lives. At Young Living, we're not about the dollar, because we care about people. We care about future generations. And when I'm sharing an oil with my friend, I'm not just sharing it with her, I'm sharing it with her family, right? I'm changing that family's dynamic of how they go about life. I'm sharing that with her kids, with her future unborn grandkids, with her future great grandkids. You're changing the trajectory of how people live their life. And so this is our legacy. It's not just Gary and Mary's legacy anymore. It's our legacy as well. And the way to get oils in every home is duplication. The name of this game is duplication. Say it with me, everyone, duplication. Without duplication, we have nothing. And what's required for duplication is a simple path. Okay, look how simple that path is. Like, you could put your little 3-year-old toddler on that path and they could follow it to the end. They would know how to get from the beginning to the end. They would just follow the path. How many of you guys have ever been in a corn maze? I live in Kentucky, and in the fall we have corn mazes. So they like mow down the cornfields into mazes, like literal human mazes. It's a little scary. You walk into this maze and there's 14 different ways to go, kind of like our starter kit page. And you're like, do I go right? Do I go left? And you might go left, and then you get over here and like it's a dead end. And so you go back and you go over here and that's a dead end. And so you go back and you're like, have I already done this one? I don't know. Did I go down this path yet? Or it's super confusing and it's overwhelming. And it really is a little bit like what we've done to our enrollment process. So I will be the first to take responsibility and say, like, I was one of the leaders begging corporate, please give us these other we want a kids starter kit. We want a men's starter kit. We want a dog starter kit. I don't know. We want every kind of starter kit, right? We want custom enrollment. Please give us custom enrollment. I will be the first to admit to you that I think that was a mistake. I think it overcomplicated things. And I think that the more that we enroll people that way, in all of these custom ways, the less people know how to enroll someone. And they can't duplicate it. They can't, right? If you're enrolling someone with a custom bouquet of products that you were like, this is the things that you need, they can't do that. As a beginning product user, they can't learn all 500 SKUs and meet with their friend and say, this is what you need. But what they can do, if you show them this kit, is they can show their friend the kit, and they can show their friend the kit, and they can show their friend the kit, just like back in the old days, right? It needs to be simple and achievable. We need to remove the barriers and excuses and empower people to do what we've been doing, okay? So this is the answer, you guys. This is the answer, all right? The new Make a Shift Essential Solutions Kit. This new kit is exactly what we need to create momentum and duplication. So I want you guys to leave this room empowered, equipped, encouraged. I literally want to instill courage in you of how to leverage this kit for your business. Okay, I want you to leave this room feeling so thankful to corporate for giving us this gift. This is like the fuel for our engine, for our freight train that's been moving kind of slow, right? And we need to like heap some coals on that fire and get it going. This is going to be our standard way to enroll. I'm challenging you to make this your standard way to enroll. It's not the only option. We still have custom enrollment. We still have the $165 kit with 18,000 oils in it. You need an SAT prep course to teach that kit, by the way, just so you know. This is so easy, okay? This is so easy, and I'm just going to challenge you guys to try it. Try enrolling with this kit and see what happens, because we've removed the barriers of complexity of products, right? That $165 kit, there are oils in that kit that are not beginner oils. I have people call me 2 years after they buy that kit and they say, I have this issue. What should I use? And I'm like, you know, you probably need this. And it would have been in your starter kit. And they're like, oh, I've never opened that. Right? Because they're not necessarily like beginner, easy to understand, helps everyone oils. These 6 oils, every single person you've ever met could use every single one of these oils every single day. Okay, they're going to get used, they're going to get opened, and they're going to get used. We've removed the barriers of the complexity of the earnings because it's 50%. How many of you guys can like divide by 2? You do that? Okay, it's $100, it's 100 PV, you get paid 50%. If you add products onto it, you still get paid 50% of whatever that PV is. And what that means is that there's no more, your unilevel reduces by 0.7 times whatever, $25 comes from this pot, $25 comes from this pot. We've removed all of that, like sweep it all away. It's 50%. Month 1, you do nothing to qualify for that. If you're a brand partner, you get 50%. How great is that? That's amazing. You sell 2 kits, you've paid for your kit. That's so easy. It's so easy. I love how easy it is, because this isn't about creating a kit that somebody will buy. This is about creating a kit that's easy to talk about. We're empowering you guys and all of your members back home to talk about this because it's so easy, okay? So it's time to make a shift. It's time to make a shift. How many of you guys have ever driven a stick shift car? I want to see. I feel like we have entered a generation of drivers that have never done that. I'm very impressed if most of this room has done that. I have personally owned 7 cars in my driving career of 30 years. 4 of them were minivans. I don't know if that just made me cooler or less cool. Like, I drive a boat right now. It's a GMC Yukon. It's a gas guzzler, and you know, it is what it is. But my first 2 cars, so the first 15 years of my driving experience were stick shift. Little 2-door sporty stick shift. And I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but I feel like from about 2013 to about 2020, we were like driving along in 5th gear, right? We were cruising, like we were 100 miles an hour, burning it. And 2020 came along. How many of you guys have ever played Mario Kart? Okay. 2020 came along and like shook a bag of like banana peels in our road, right? And we're like, downshift to 2nd gear. And some of us are still in 2nd gear. Some of us pulled over and like took a nap. Okay. Some of us like got off the freeway completely. Some of us are still in 2nd gear. Okay, and it's time to make a shift. It's time to shift to third gear. You don't have to go back to fifth or sixth gear. You don't have to. I physically cannot. I am 10 years older than I was then, and I'm not going to do that. But I can go to third gear. I can go to fourth gear, right? And you can take breaks and like, you can shift the way you need. But it's time to make a shift. So let's talk about what's in this kit. This is so easy. 2 singles, 2 blends, 2 roll-ons. Lavender peppermint, thieves purification, stress away deep relief. How many of you guys would say that at least one of those 6 oils is in your top 5 used oils? Everybody. It has a diffuser in the box. Did y'all see that on main stage today? The diffuser is in the box. It's so pretty. And I can't wait for you guys to experience what he said. It's legit. Like, you open the box and there's a piece of like really thin, pretty paper in the top that's lavender scented. So you open the box and you're like, it's such an experience just opening the box. The packaging is beautiful. What do you guys think about the labels? Yeah. The labels are beautiful and they're new and they're exciting. They're fresh. Yes, they're modern. You might be asking, what's the best way to talk about this kit? Glad you asked. Think about humanity in general, historically. Like, what is something that humans have always done besides pay taxes and die? Eat. Humans eat. And guess where we eat? We eat at our kitchen table. Everyone has a kitchen table. Everyone can gather around their kitchen table. Everyone can do that. You know what? If you had built your business on MySpace, MySpace is gone. If you had built your business on AOL, I personally still have my high school AOL address and it's my primary email, but AOL itself, you know, ding, you've got mail, that's gone, right? Facebook is not going to be around forever, you guys. Instagram and TikTok eventually are going to be irrelevant. Like, our kids are going to look at us and be like, haha, that's for old people. And what we will always have, what will always be relevant is our kitchen table. We will always have that. And so I want to challenge you guys. Your kitchen table is your safe place. It's your home. It's where you can sit down with people and be comfortable, and you can tell people what our oils really do. And you can share your stories. We can invite people in and we can talk to real people with real problems. And we can get in their real lives and we can present real solutions. How good does that feel? I want to challenge you to get back to your roots. Go back to your roots and get back at your kitchen table. We owe it to our friends to share this with them. We owe it to model this 100% duplicatable way of growing a business. So when I have people gather at my table, I simply answer 5 questions. And there are other workshops this week about how to host an in-home gathering. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but I just want to share with you the way that I do it. I ask the questions: what are essential oils? How are they made? How do we use them? Which ones do we use? And how do you buy them? And I answer those questions. So what are essential oils? Google it. Come up with a 2-sentence definition of what an essential oil is. How are they made? Did anyone go to the farm? Talk about how we make our oils. You guys, this is where you talk about seed to seal, and we have to talk about seed to seal because that's what makes us different, right? That's why our oils are better than anything that somebody can buy it anywhere at this point. You have to talk about seed to seal. You have to talk about how we make them. How do we use them? Topical, aromatic, internal. Talk about why you dilute, when you dilute. Which ones do we use? Which ones do we use? Those 6 oils. Those 6 oils, you guys, that's what you're going to talk about. I personally pass around what I carry in my purse. That's what I do. When I have people on my kitchen table, I'm like, let me go get my purse. And I go get my purse and I pull out my little oil case of what I carry in my purse. And these 6 oils are in my purse. Like these are I carry about 12 oils in my purse, and these 6 oils absolutely are part of those 12. And so I pass them around. I let people experience them, smell them, use them. It's perfectly okay for you to talk about oils that aren't in this kit, and you should. You should talk about your other favorite oils, but you should talk about these 6 oils. When I begin my little gathering at my kitchen table, the first thing I do is have everyone introduce themselves and tell me what they're hoping to learn. So some people might be coming because they want to learn about cooking with oils. Some people might have like a specific wellness goal. Some people might be stressed out at work. They might need emotional support, mood support. They might be seeking a toxin-free home. There might just be looking for natural alternatives. But I write down their name and I write down what they're hoping to learn. And
All right. I have never been more excited for news and a new smaller kit than I am right now. I hope that you kind of caught the vision for what the purpose of this kit is and how you can share it with others. I think it's very important to realize a couple of things. First of all, she said your kitchen table. Yes, it means your physical kitchen table, like in your home. But at the same time, I'm from New York City and I'm not about to just have anybody coming up in my house at any given time. I've got kids at home. There have been seasons of my life, like right now, my season is actually where I would have people over to my physical kitchen table. But there's been many seasons where nobody was going to be rolling up into my house for any reason. So it can be the coffee shop. In fact, I have a meeting with somebody at a coffee shop today at 2:00 once we get off of this call. That is just an example of getting to know people personally. You can even still do your kitchen table on Zoom if you need to. But the point is that we are not having to feel like you've got to have some big to do or you've got to have some formal things set up. This is about casual sharing with the people that are already in your life or making new friends. Maybe your kids play on a sports team and there's some moms that you're getting to know. Invite them over to, maybe it's not your kitchen table, maybe it's your patio table and you sit outside in the backyard and the kids run around and play and you guys talk about these 6 new oils in the Make a Shift kit. I know when I was first getting started with Young Living 9 years ago, that's exactly what I was trying to do, was just make a shift, begin to focus in the right direction, start doing those little changes that would move me toward my end goal. I was not trying to overhaul my entire life. I was not trying to, just completely detox my home from start to finish in a weekend. That's what's the word? That is not unattainable, unreasonable. That's not going to happen. But helping to just shift in the right direction is totally attainable. I also loved that she pointed out with this new price point and the way that referrers are now rewarded. The kit's only 100 PV. Or $100. If you are earning back $50 per kit, your new members could have their own kit paid off in 1 month after they share with 2 people. So it's so simple. I don't know if you remember at one point when our premium starter kits were $165 and we were earning $50 per enrollment, it was kind of like share 3. If you share with 3 friends, you almost get your kit kind of paid off, but then it's an extra $15 plus tax and shipping. Like, it was complicated. Now it's you get your kit for free after you share with 2 people. Now, just for clarity's sake, when you see these kits in the VO or, on the website, they will say $112. Now, why are we talking about $100? This is also one of the exciting announcements that was released at convention. As of right now, there's a promo code that you can share with all your friends and family whenever they place their first order using your referral link that will automatically save them an extra 10%. So it will bring the cost of the premium starter kit, the Make a Shift kit, to $100 even. And that promo code, get ready to write it down because this is for you. It's applicable to everybody. The promo code is SHAREYL. And you can share that code with all of your friends and family, when you're sharing your referral link, tell them, listen, I've got a special code that will save you an extra 10% on your first order. Here's my link. Let me know once you've checked out. Let me know if you have any questions about adding other stuff onto your purchases. Here's my link. Here's the code to save you 10%. So it's a great way to introduce people, give them that extra bonus, get yourself those referral bonuses. And I just really appreciate how simple and thoughtful and intuitive this process is now. So thank you to Young Living. Thank you to all of you for being on the call today. I will be sharing the full length video of Jen's talk. She was just beginning to tell you how she breaks down those 6 questions that she covers with people. Did you notice how she kept it simple? Like, you don't have to come up with a long script. You don't have to go into all the details of chemical constituents and distillation processes and blah, 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 and overwhelm people. Just keep it simple. So that link I'll provide for you. You can watch the rest of her video, and she'll actually tell you how each of the oils in the kit work. She'll give you some strategies for answering questions and then for helping people to enroll. So now we're going to wrap up. Thank you for joining for this call. I'm going to turn off the recording, and then we can connect personally, and I will answer any questions. I also want to know from you which of the new products you're most interested in learning about on the future calls, so I can schedule those out and I can really meet you at the point of your need and your interest. So thank you for joining. Let's turn off our recording next.